Today we will start the new chapter, that is chapter 8, the Sultanate period. Delhi had been an important center of power for many rulers. So we have already discussed that Delhi was the main, you can say, center where the most of the rulers they have ruled. These rulers came from Central Asia via Lahore and Kabul. So that means the different types of rulers who had ruled the Delhi and made the Delhi as the center of power, they have came from the Central Asia through the route of Lahore and Kabul. Let us read about these rulers and why they came to India. First topic is establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. Mahmud of Ghazni. In 998 CE, Mahmud became the ruler of Ghazni, now in Afghanistan. So in the 998 CE, Mahmud of Ghazni became the ruler of Ghazni, and that particular place at present is known as Afghanistan. He was well known for defending his kingdom against attack from other rulers of Central Asia. So Mahmud of Ghazni was very famous in the, you can say, around his area, that is in Afghanistan. Why? Because he used to protect his empire from the other rulers of Central Asia. He was popularly known as Mahmud of Ghazni. So he was popularly or famously known as Mahmud of Ghazni. Mahmud of Ghazni led 17 raids to the Indian subcontinent. So Mahmud of Ghazni had attempted that, or he have attacked India 17 times. The first attack took place in 1101 CE and the last one is 1026 CE. The smaller kingdoms situated particularly in the northwestern part of the subcontinent were weak and could not challenge him. So though he was, you can say, as he was very strong and his empire was very strong and his soldiers were well trained, he was able to challenge the smaller kingdoms which were situated in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent, because those small kingdoms or those rulers, they were very weak and they were you can say very scared to challenge the Mahmud of Ghazni. Mahmud attacked rich temples and towns for gold. So in order to extract gold, Mahmud used to attack the rich temples and towns. He used this wealth to fight his enemies and made Ghazni a splendid capital city. So with the help of this gold, he used to fight against his enemy and made Ghazni, that is a place situated in the Afghanistan, as a capital city during his empire. As you can see in this picture, location of the Somnath temple. So here is the Somnath temple, and he had invaded Somnath temple and extracted or carried away the gold from the Somnath temple. Did you know Mahmud of Ghazni attacked the Somnath temple for its riches? In those days, Somnath was also a rich port. It is said that he marched into the town with 30,000 soldiers and returned to Ghazni with a lots of wealth. So he had invaded Somnath temple and extracted as much of wealth and he used those wealth in order to expand his empire. Next is Muhammad Ghori. After Mahmud of Ghazni, the Indian subcontinent was attacked by Mahmud Ghori of the Gaur region. So after the Mahmud of Ghazni, again the Indian subcontinent was attacked by the Muhammad Ghori. Ghor is also situated in the present day Afghanistan. So Muhammad Ghori also belonged to the Afghanistan. He fought 2 battles with Prithviraj Chauhan, who was ruling over the northwestern part of the subcontinent at that time. So he had fought with the famously known as Prithviraj Chauhan, who was ruling the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. This battle were fought in Tarain. So as this battle was fought between the Prithviraj Chauhan and the Mahmud of Ghori in the Tarain region, so hence this you can say battle is known as First Battle of Tarain. The first battle was won by Prithviraj Chauhan. So the first battle of Tarain was won by the Prithviraj Chauhan. However, he lost in the second battle in 1192 CE. So though he won the first battle of Tarain, but once again, when the battle between the Muhammad Ghori and Prithviraj Chauhan occurred in the Tarain, he lost. These marked the beginning of a new phase in the medieval Indian history. So as Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan in the second battle of Tarain in 1192 CE, this battle marked the beginning of a new phase in our medieval Indian history. After the second battle of Tarain, the rule of the Chauhans over Delhi ended. So after the battle, or you can say second battle of Tarain, the rule of the Chauhan was ended from the Delhi area. Muhammad Ghori returned to his kingdom and left the affair of Delhi to his trusted slave Qutbuddin Aibak. So as Muhammad Ghori, he captured the Delhi, he returned to his kingdom which was present in Afghanistan and left the whole empire, that is the empire which he had built in the Indian subcontinent, under his trusted slave, that is Qutbuddin Aibak. Aibak and his successor became the first ruler of the new empire in Indian history called the Delhi Sultanate. So his slave, that means Muhammad Ghori's slave, that is Qutbuddin Aibak, and along with his successor, they became the first ruler as the new empire in the Indian history, and they have established a new empire. This is known as the Delhi Sultanate.